everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got a fun one for you. That's right, $5 Omega level commanders that will absolutely dominate your playgroup. Of course, there's a card list link in the description below. With all that said, let's jump into it. Or maybe I should have said $5 or less because, yeah, we're starting off with Kozilek, the Great Distortion, and a massive discount there from $5. Yeah, you save 5 cents. That being said, 12/12 Eldrazi for 10 mana in total in colorless. When you cast this spell, if you have fewer than 7 cards in hand, basically go to max hand size. Go to the difference. Menace, discard a card with mana value X, counter target spell with mana value X. So here's the thing about this one. Yes, it's in colorless, which is technically the most limited card pool, right? I mean, obviously, you've got the smallest card pool. You can't use any cards that have any kind of color, essentially. But it kind of gives you, actually, some benefits, too. There are certain colorless cards that are heavily impactful specifically for colorless. And, of course, you can use all the utility lands you ever want. That being said, with this commander in particular, you can also lean incredibly heavily into ramp. And just going ramp all the time. Get this commander out super quickly, and then all of a sudden, oh, I've got a full hand again. And then I can just utilize that to also, well, protect myself, counter spells for free, essentially, and utilize this 2-hit KO on any player that has evasion, or, you know, if you give it double strike, a 1-hit KO. It is a commander that, again, gives you so much value. Again, it literally replaces your hand. It also can just take players out in no time, and it can protect itself and you with those counterings. It's such a solid Omega level commander. It can definitely dominate a table. Pick it up, build around it. Okay, this one I will just give a disclaimer. Memnarch is not for every playgroup. Memnarch is one where you probably need to ask ahead of time if the table is okay with you playing Memnarch, because, well, let's get in the card. A 4/5 wizard legend. Okay, yeah, it's not a legend anymore because that's the old school version. Anyways, 4/7 mana, probably, I don't even know. Is it a Phyrexian? Cool. Anyways, pay 3 mana in blue. Target permanent becomes an artifact of other types. So am I paying 4 mana in total in blue? Gain control of target artifact. Yeah, this is the ultimate theft commander. This is a commander that you literally, and again, I've done this before, go check my deck tech on it. Basically, just the entire deck is like, okay, ramp. Because that's all you need to do. You just need to ramp with this. You get your commander out super quickly, and then you go, that's an artifact. It's mine now. That's an artifact. It's mine now. Or something already is an artifact, like, you know, your opponent's mana rocks, you're like, that's mine now. That's mine now. That's mine now. You're just permanently stealing things from your opponents, their best things. It makes it so it's impossible for them to actually play their good cards and get them in play because they're going to be stolen. And if they don't do that, though, then eventually they don't have anything in play. And then you're just like, well, I've got nothing to steal right now, but I've got all this mana. I guess I've got to steal your lands. Yeah, this is a very brutal, very effective commander that is absolutely disgusting. Again, I would say build around it right now. And you can do, again, for incredibly cheaply. You can literally just go, okay, Memnarch plus all the mana rocks in the world. And you're like, okay, there I go. Very solid deck. But, again, ask your playgroup ahead of time. Ask those your LGS ahead of time because it is one that is, again, super thefty, and that's not for every playgroup. Moving on. When it comes to combos as well, that might not be for every playgroup, too. Anzrag the quake-mole. Yeah, you don't have to build combo, but it's kind of hard not to build combo with this one in a way. An 8/4 mole god for 4 mana in Gruul. Whenever it becomes blocked, untap each creature you control after this combat phase. This for combat phase, by paying 7 mana in total in Gruul. It must be blocked each combat this turn of Fable. Very specifically, each combat. Not like the next combat. No, it's each combat. Yeah, this is one of those things where Wizards kind of made the card a bit too easy and a bit too, like, on the nose. Where it's like, oh, yeah, here's what you want to do with it. By the way, here's something that enables you to do that. A lure effect just literally printed on the card. Yeah, it costs 7 mana to activate that, but that's absolutely nothing. You're in green. You can ramp. Cool, good for you. Here's the thing about this one. Again, it is not inherently infinite, unless literally an opponent has an indestructible creature in play, then that's their fault, I guess. But yeah, so that part already makes it infinite right there. That being said, if you've got any kind of a way to give your opponent a creature that has indestructible, just give their creature indestructibility, all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm swinging at you. Okay, you got to block. Okay, I'm swinging at you. You got to block. Swing at you. You got to block. If you've got trample on this, I mean, you got to give this indestructible is what I'm saying, I guess. If you got trample on this, then you just go through and you get all the damage. Or if you got other creatures that are going through, there you go. It is one that you don't have to even do that. It is basically just a repeat board wipe. If you just, again, give this indestructible and you just force blocks with it, you're literally just getting all these extra combats, destroying your opponent's boards, and also just swinging through your other creatures too. It is so incredibly powerful. It's insane. And again, very, very easily to build around and break. Check out my deck tech on it. Yeah. And again, if you are going in with it, ask your playgroup first. Next up, Tivit, Seller of Secrets. Again, yet another commander that doesn't have to be built combo-y, but it definitely can be. A 6/6 Sphinx Rogue with flying and ward 3. Wizards, it didn't need ward 3. This is like kind of when Wizards first made ward, and they're like, or a little bit after that, they're like, this solves the hexproof issue. Yes, hexproof is such an issue that, we can never print anything with hexproof again. Let's just chuck ward on everything. Yes, ward, 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 ward. Ward 3 is a lot of mana. For this one is, though, again, in total, 6 mana in Esper. I guess I should have already said that. It's got Council's Dilemma whenever it enters the battlefield or deals combat to a player. Starting with you, each player votes for evidence or bribery. Each evidence vote, investigate. Each bribery vote, create a treasure token. While voting, you get an extra vote. That's kind of cheaty. Here's the thing about this one. I mean, it's very simple already. I mean, like, this plus Deadeye Navigator equals Infinite Blink because you're like, okay, I vote twice for treasures. Good for me. But essentially, you don't have to go infinite that way. Even if you're just blinking it in normal ways, too, it's very easy to get extra value. If you've got any kind of token doublers, if you've got any kind of a way to get additional votes, too, if you've got any kind of a way to, well, I mean, make sure this gets through in combat. It's got flying, cool. I mean, you're mostly going to focus on blinking to actually get the value out of this one for the most part. Or if you've got other things like, like, hey, whenever you're making this kind of a token, you make another kind of a token. You can do some incredibly crazy, brutal, awesome, value-centric things around this one. Pick it up, build around it, check out my deck tech on it. Next up, Magnus the Red, a 4/5 Demon Primarch with flying for 5 mana, and is it instant source spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature token you control, and it's got whenever it deals combat to a player, create a 3/3 red spawn creature token. Yeah, this is one where it's like, okay, it didn't really even need that last part where it's like, yeah, you just get extra free tokens. Why not? Cool, you're evasive anyways. Awesome, good for you. It did not really need that at all. It didn't, to be honest. But, yeah, that first part's like, hey, okay, it is limited, all right? Again, is it's all about, like, spell slinging and doing crazy things with giant spells, too? Or just, like, spell, 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 spell? This one's like, okay, a bit more specific, all right? It's only reducing based off of creature tokens, but there's a lot of great ways in this color combination to make a lot of creature tokens, including spells that are, like X spells. They're like, hey, make more creature tokens. Like, okay, cool, reduce further. More creature tokens. You can do some absolutely bonkers things where all of a sudden all your instant sorceries cost basically nothing except for their pips. You can do some really crazy things with this one. Just spell sling left and right, cast massive spells, X spell, tribal, whatever you want to do with it. Pick it up, build around it. Next up, the attack heard around the world. Twice. Isshin to Heavens as 1. 3/4 Human Samurai for 3 mana in Mardu. If a creature attacking causes a trigger ability of a permanent you control to trigger, the ability triggers at a time. Basically kind of the Panharmonicon kind of model of a commander. Again, like the, hey, double up something when it happens. And this one is for attack triggers. But this one, again, unlike Wolfgar, which was previously like the attack trigger commander, well, has more colors, number one. Perhaps a better color combination for that, too. And also, affecting all attack triggers, not just when it's your creatures attacking. So again, if you have any kind of like a negative effect, like like a Revenge of Ravens, hey, opponent, you're attacking me, oh, you're getting punished twice for that now, just for that. This is a commander that, again, like literally exploded the market on any kind of like extra combat spells, which already were like decently expensive, but like all of a sudden it's like, oh, everyone's playing extra combats because Isshin is so much fun. It is such a fun commander that can go super, super, super duper well powerful super quickly early on in the game, doubling up all those attack triggers. And again, if you get some extra combats in there as well, good luck to your opponents. They're going to be gone in absolutely no time. The amount of support on this is absolutely crazy, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. It is such a fun commander, such a unique commander, and again, one that, well, will probably stand the test of time when it comes to power levels. So yeah, make sure you pick this one up and build around it, and check out my deck tech on it. Next up, Vimos the Infestation. Yeah, again, one that, like, you look at the art on it, you're like, okay, it's a bug. I guess it's a vampire bug. How does that happen? I don't know. Did, like, the bug, like, go, like drink blood from a vampire and, like, oh, no, now I'm a vampire. Is that how that happened? I can't imagine, like, a vampire was, like, seeking out a bug, and, like, went over and, like, I'm really thirsty. Let me drink blood of this bug. And then this is a vampire bug. I don't know. Wizards, what's the story on this? Anyways, 2/2 flying Death Touch vampire insect for 4 mana in black. Whenever a player sacrifices a non-token creature, create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. Whenever an insect, leech, slug, or worm you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Here's the thing about this one. Yeah, making it so that, hey, when players sacrifice non-token creatures, you make insects. It's crazy. It's crazy powerful because all of a sudden you're like, okay, yeah, any kind of like an edict effect that affects everyone. Cool. All right, everyone, let's sacrifice a creature, including me. Maybe even an innocent blood type card, like 1 mana. Okay, cool. Everyone sacrifice a creature. All right, I get 3 insects. Cool. Good for me. Awesome. Oh, and if you have any kind of those, well, like, you know, Dictative Erebos type cards, Grave Pact type cards, that one vampire that costs 7 type cards, essentially. You're like, okay, yeah, if I've got a free sacrifice outlet in play, I just sacrifice one of my insects I made. Okay, everyone else sacrifice creatures. Okay, now I make more insects. Yay! Yeah, basically, you make it so that your opponents literally can't have any creatures on the board, and you're just building up an insect army. Oh, and by the way, they also drain opponents when you attack, too. It doesn't even really need that to be that effective. This is literally just like a, I'm not going to say combo commander, but like a control commander in a way where obviously you're in a good color for, well, tutoring. So get one of those cards that you need to essentially just control the board. Do so. Make it so your opponents have no armies. You've got the biggest army, and all of a sudden, they're gone. And also, too, if you got like the Blood Artisy type cards in play, Zulport Cutthroat type cards in play, drain your opponents at the exact same time you're sacrificing your insects to make them sacrifice their creatures. It's absurd! Pick it up, build around it. Now, one that you might be curious about, let's talk about that here in a second. Niv-Mizzet Parun, a 5/5 Dragon Wizard for 6 mana, and Izzet. The spell can't be countered flying. Whenever you draw a card, Niv-Mizzet deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, you draw a card. Yeah, I said curious earlier because Curiosity, a card like that, goes infinite with this. I mean, there's a couple of cards that do basically the exact same thing, but yeah, basically, I think Tandem Lookout's another one. Ophidian Eye's another one. Anyways, basically like, hey, if you deal damage to a player, you draw a card. Cool. All right. So this is like, hey, draw a card, deal damage. Okay. Hey, you drew a card, deal damage. Okay. You see where the loop happened. This is one essentially where it is very powerful. Again, it is like a very specific mana value or mana, you know, cost, but like, hey, like you're able to like, you know, really focus on, obviously, since this is your commander, fixing your mana properly. So you can very easily get this out quite quickly. Do so. It can't be countered. It's staying in play. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, whenever anyone casts instant sorceries, I get extra value. Kind of like Nezahal style, you know, essentially, but a little more focused. But then all of a sudden, you're also dealing out damage too because you're drawing cards. And yeah, if you give this Death Touch, it's all of a sudden just a one-shot KO on any creature for anyone casting an instant or sorcery. You're just drawing a card. And then, of course, again, those infinite combos as well that literally just win you the game, as long as you're set up properly. So this is one essentially where, yeah, you are going to be doing some absolutely insane, powerful things. You are going to be taking over the game. You get so much value out of this. You get so much damage output out of this. You get so much card advantage out of this. And again, combo potential. It's hard for your opponents to stop. Speaking of card advantage potential, Ishtola Knight's Blast, a 2/4 Cat Warlock with Vigilance for 4 mana, and Esper. Always forget this one has Vigilance. I guess you're like, I'm really aggressive. Attack for 2! Which I guess could really, you know, lean into the next part. Well, at the beginning of each end step, but a player lost 4 more life, this turn you draw a card. Cool, it's like you're halfway there. Good for you. So sure, I guess that can really help you out, but how often do you want to send this into combat? I mean, if your opponent has no creatures in play, sure. If not, maybe keep it back because it's more valuable in play. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, though, Ishtola deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. So this is one where, well, at face value, it's like, okay, I need to cast a bunch of non-creature spells with mana value 3 or greater. And yes, you can do that, and there are ways to cast spells that maybe like untap your lands as you're doing so, or untap other things as you're doing so, giving you extra mana. Essentially, you can cast more and more and more of them. You've got cost reducers as well, obviously. And you can lean into that. You can do some very powerful things with that. Or also just to be a bit more consistent with this and to ensure that you literally can draw a card from this for every single end step. Yeah, not just your own, other opponents as well. Yeah, you can make it so that you just dictate your own life total. You can just utilize cards like, well, one of my favorite all the time, Mischievous Poltergeist, which is just like, hey, pay 1 life, regenerate me. Literally low the ground creature and just go, okay, this is in play, protect itself. I can just make my own life total go down, and by making it go down by 4, oh, I draw a card. Next turn, 4, draw a card. Next turn, 4, draw a card. You might be saying, well, that's pretty pricey for a card, and it is, but you can build into that and say, you know what? That's actually the plan. I really care about losing life with this deck. I can have other triggers that happen when I lose life, and also I can life swap with my opponents and say like, hey, oh no, I'm at 2 life. Oh, this is so terrible. Your life is my life. Thank you. I'm back up to 40, and now you're down to 2, and goodbye. I cast a non-creature spell, and you're gone. Yeah, this is a commander that can be absolutely brutally effective and efficient in such a good card draw engine. Pick it up, build around it. And finally, Sythis Harvest Hand. Yeah, such a good commander. A 1/2 legendary enchant creature, Nymph for 2 mana in Selesnya. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you gain 1 life and draw a card. I love when commanders are just so simple and so effective. They have like 2 lines of text, and it's like very like, hey, I do this, and it's like, wow, that's good. Okay, that's like all you need to do. Being able to cast an enchantment spell to draw a card on a commander that is so low to the ground, an Enchantress commander that is so low to the ground, again, just 2 mana, again, under the cost of, like, actual Enchantresses out there, essentially. It's like, hey, you know what? Oh, by the way, I'm also commander, and also I gain you life for that reason, too, so, like, you can also have, like, life gain synergies in there as well. Great. But yeah, at the very least, just going, okay, you cast enchantments, and you just cantrip? Cool, good for you. You replace them, you dig further into your deck, and then you just go super ham on Enchantress. It's just so much fun. So powerful because, again, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, when it comes to the hardiness of different permanent types in Commander, I would say that, well, I mean, Lance, number 1, but number 2, enchantments are up there. Again, when it comes to dealing with enchantments, yes, there are ways to do that, but, like, the most common wraths out there are, like, hey, Wrath of God type effects that take out creatures. By having enchantments, and also like Vandal Blast, you take out artifacts too. There are more ways typically out there that are taking out the other kinds of permanent types, I would say. I mean, Planeswalkers, we're like, what about Planeswalkers? Like, okay, well, you can attack a Planeswalker, okay? So, like, anything that's a creature can technically take it out. Anyways, being able to have a lot of enchantments in play gives you a lot of staying power on the board. And again, this gives you all the staying power you need by replacing your hand, basically, as you go, gaining new life, giving you extra triggers from that from other things too, padding your life total. Such a good low-to-the-ground commander that is so super effective and a great color combination for enchantments. The best color combination for enchantments, really. Pick it up, build around it, check out my deck tech on it. And with that, this episode is coming to a close, so it's my turn to hear from you. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts are on this episode. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.